Good morning, Pam. How are you doing this morning?
I am doing super. How about yourself?
Very good. I'm so excited for our first video and on a four-part video series on this collaboration of me in Brazil and you in the USA. Let's talk about what you're gonna talk in this first video, Pam.
And we were connecting with each other, right, through LinkedIn. We really have a similar philosophy on how we're going to move forward our clients and ourselves and our businesses. So, and it all starts with picking that word of intention. So I started doing this last year and with inside my business last year, and my first word was transformation. So it was all about changing my mindset from being an employee to being a business owner, how I was going to take care of my time, and it wasn't assigned to so many people, right? So that was beautiful. It was a great year. It worked out great. I did have a lot of transformation, but this year the word is clarity, and bringing clarity in how I'm showing up in every part of my life. So when you think about your word of intention, what is yours this year?
Word of intention for me, it's a process. So it's like you were telling me. I also, like yourself, began like in 2017 with word of intention, and then in the middle of the year, I changed my word of intention. So what I'm thinking here is the word of intention can be in a timeline, like a yearly change it, or like a couple of months, or like a 6 months changing. Let me illustrate a little bit on my side what has been happening to me. In 2016, I worked a lot, probably the whole year, with a word of intention: gratitude. Feeling grateful for where I was, for who I was, and that gave me a leap of faith in my business, in my career. It was super. And then as we evolve in life and in our careers, I decided, along with all the other tools, coaching, to work with my word of intention, action.
Love it.
Taking one step at a time to take action. No matter how small that action would be for me, that would mean a success in my daily life. And then things evolve. And I've been working a lot with mindfulness as a tool in coaching for my clients and for myself. I think you are like me. We live by example, so we have to try it on first and then pass along.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, in 2018, I began my year thinking a lot about this work of being present. And now my word of intention is awareness, in a sense of not just self-awareness, but awareness of my business, awareness of my collaborative partners, awareness of each and every moment. And I got my cup here. I don't know if you can see it.
It's beautiful. And
oh yeah, we have our cups, our mugs. Yeah, so enjoy every moment. Enjoy every little moment. So I'm on this word of intention.
It's true. We could change our word of intention almost on a daily basis, right? And a lot of times I set words of intention on a daily or weekly basis, depending on where I am moving forward in my mission. And I encourage my clients to do the same things, because when we set that word of intention, it helps shift our mindset and keeps us there on a daily basis. And that's why I'm a big believer in vision board workshops and stuff, creating a vision board around your intention. It's so powerful. So with mine being around clarity, I had my transformation last year, and I worked with a number of women, professional women last year, and helping them fill their gap. But as I was looking over my year, I decided that I wanted to get more clear in my space of who I was and how I was showing up. And not only in my business, but also in my personal life, my spiritual life, my fitness life. I just wanted to have all of that. So while we're working together, like my clients and I, we work around that. What is that word that you're connecting yourself with? It's so powerful when you feel that connection to that word to move you forward. And like this, clarity, we started showing up on LinkedIn and it brought a clearer message of how we were going to show up, and that's how we connected, right?
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So the word of intention, picking that power word for yourself, isn't just, don't take that lightly. It's really, really something that sit down, brainstorm, really think about what you want your next step to be and how is that going to show up. And that word will guide you.
It's fun when you talk about vision board as a tool to get there. It's very interesting because some people will be reluctant. They will be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about that, Fernanda. I work with a lot of males too. I don't know if it's a male female thing, but it's interesting. And I keep telling them, having a vision board tool, it's not a matter of having like a very fancy girly thing. You can have a vision board like your mug. You can have a vision board like this heart that I'm hanging here, my necklace, like something that reminds me and connects me with who I am and where I want to go. So that's very interesting. Love vision board. I have clients whom I have had great success working with vision boards as a tool of coaching and also mentoring. But it's important to mention that it's, we as coaches, we bring lots of tools, and in this multicultural world, we make sure we have our partners working with us, helping us to bring many more or as much as tools as possible to our practice. And this is very interesting because sometimes one tool will fit very well one client of yours, another tool will not. So I want to do just let everybody be in connection with this, because probably my clients are watching like, Fernanda, but I don't like vision board, or the other one, I love vision board. So it's a particular thing, they is working with, and I love it. And I think it leads us to our next question. How do we relate our word of intention with our careers and with our lives? Do you want to talk about that? How do we do that easily? A vision board would work. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. A vision board would work on that. Practice journaling around that, which I call like brain dumping, right? I just
love it.
Encourage my clients just to release everything. Don't hesitate, because we know that hesitation stops the momentum, right? So just release everything that is in your mind. When you think of that word, what does it look like? What does it look like to you? And we'll go on to talk more about that in other parts of the series, right? But right now, right, just pick that word. Like you were talking about vision boards and your beautiful necklace, it reminds you of something. That's the reason why I think Fitbits or any kind of tracker works so well. So if somebody's word is health and fitness, it could be having a tracker on their wrist. It helps you keep in line with your intention. So thinking about that, what is it? So mine, like I said, mine was clarity. So my word, in order for me to connect with clarity, I did have to do a vision board, and I did have to do dumping. And I picked 5 areas to work my word of clarity in, right? And how it will show up on a daily basis for me. So the 5 areas would be in my personal life, in my career, in my spiritual life, in my family, and in my health and wellness. And actually, you could even bring in your finance, which is so important, right?
Of
and
course,
that helps you. That helps you get on to the next step if you have control over all 6 of those areas in your life. Now, remember, you're not going to have control over it every single day, right? Things happen, but you do the best you can, and that's what that word of intention is for.
I agree totally with you. So I'm so pleased to be talking here with you on this topic.
Me too.
And we'll be sharing with our public another 3 videos following up on this conversation. So it's very exciting to begin this journey with you, and I really hope to have as many people as impacted by our chats.
I look forward to it. And for everybody that is watching this, feel free to share this, right? Share it with others and go ahead and ask us questions. That's why it's so great if you got on the mail list, right? Or you could definitely ask us questions, or if there's maybe future topics they would love, right? So
absolutely,
we're here.
Pam, you can talk a little bit more about your work and your book and the art of showing up. I think it's phenomenal, the work you are doing. I think everybody will be so impressed with the work that you do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I primarily work with professional women in insurance, financial services, and the sales industries. And what I help them do is I help them generate more revenue and get more clients while creating that energy and balance in their lives and businesses. And that's where that clarity came from. Because I come from that background, 28 years in the insurance industry. So I really feel a connection with the language and maybe the pain points that they struggle with, right? So that's where my work comes from. And I'm a mom and a wife, and a brand new entrepreneur as of 2016. So Powerful Purpose was born in 2015, part-time, while I was working full-time. And talking about that leap of faith, I was like, I'm helping women transform their lives and businesses. And I needed to do that for myself in order to show them it's possible to do
awesome,
put your mind to. And in the meantime, I wrote a book. I'm one of my branding, or who speaks to me, is my #nuggets. So I do daily inspirational nuggets that I send out. And they're beautiful. And it's so funny because they're very in this area. I walk into places and they're like, oh, you're the nugget lady. So it's all about showing up, right? And that goes to the art of showing up. I partnered with somebody else and we started a female forum, and it's called The Art of Showing Up, and it's all about helping female entrepreneurs grow in their businesses and their lives. And we put events on. So that's what we do with that. And as in my background over here is the cover of my book, and that's my #nugget, and it's a 28-day self-discovery, and it's a prompted journal book. So every day it gives you a nugget, gives you a challenge, and then you journal around it. And in 28 days, it helps you get closer to who you are and building your foundation.
So just for them to know me a little better too, I'm originally a Brazilian lawyer, and from 2015 on, I'm also into this coaching business, mostly taking care of legal professionals. And because of my background, I have a LLM in bank and financial law too. So I also take care of leaders in the financial industry too. And the link that brought us together here was that I deal with a lot of really busy people, and you too, because I am also a mom, a wife, we are entrepreneurs in life, and it's not easy. So it's a way for me also to share with my public that they can do it, one step at a time and focusing. So very, very good to be chatting with you today. And I hope everybody join us next time. I'll see you soon. Thank you very much, Pam.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.